Really excited about the Kantharos colt, hip number 357. This was a horse that you knew. Sometimes you have an obvious one and sometimes you don't, you know, and the Kantharos colt, here's a horse that was absolutely spectacular on the racetrack during its breeze show. Worked fast, did it the right way.
For me personally, I'm looking for the athlete just as anyone else would be. So when I had an opportunity to meet hip number 357, Kantharos out of Ari the Adventurer, to me, he was a no-brainer.
Probably one of my favorite colts in the sale. Just, you know, I know they paid a lot for him as a yearling. He definitely looked the part. Had a lot of stretch and you know, scope for a Kantharos, which a lot of times they kind of can be a little smaller.
You know, his gallop out time, he galloped out a half mile in 45 flat. He went out to 3/8 and 31 some mid-change. But the way he did it, the old saying is, it's not how fast they go, it's how they go fast. And he did it with consummate ease. And from a mental standpoint, we talk about litmus test. After evaluating 3 different times within 4 days of his breeze show, I knew immediately that he was a horse that MyRacehorse needed to be involved with. His walk, a deep heart girth, great balance, but overall just a tremendous mind and mental aptitude.
Well, he came out of his breeze very well. It acted like it didn't even affect him.
You know, one of the things about these horses, aside from their conformation, their pedigree, how they're put together, is their demeanor. And this is a horse that looks like has the mind of a 5-year-old gelding on the racetrack. And that's a hard thing to have. You know, these horses are so amped up and nervous and excited from the experience of being at the sale. This horse, you look at him when he's standing in the stall and he's got his head poking through the door, wanting somebody to walk by and pet his head. They bring him out, he stands the way you want them to stand. And you look at his eye and he's got a real smart, kind eye. And their eyes tell a lot. Horses can't talk to you. So the things you look for is how they speak to you with their eye, how they, you know, sort of talk to you with their ears, how they're reacting to things. And this is a horse you know has all the makings of being a horse that wants to run in those important races. You just hope it all comes together at the right time, and he's just a really classy individual.
These are the easy types. And, you know, at the end of the day, as far as the price point, you know, we had a target and a max, and he essentially fit right into that zone. I think he was an exceptional buy. The fact that Spendthrift came on board, I think it's the perfect union.
Kind of checked all the boxes for us to sound cliche, but I mean, he was one of the top colts of the sale. I'm glad they got him.